guys, it's Auntie Jo. Today we're going to read Sugar Snow. I know Howie and Louise have been waiting for this book, so let's get to it. Grab your favorite stuffy, grab your blankie, and let's get to reading Sugar Snow by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Let's get started. Sugar Snow. This is an old book that I got off of a website, so Sugar Snow by Laura Ingalls Wilder, illustrated by Doris Ettlinger. This is a different person than the last book. Do you guys remember what illustrated means? The person who drew all of these beautiful pictures. Look at that little birdie on the bright, sunny, snowy day. Ding! Once upon a time, a little girl named Laura lived in the big woods of Wisconsin in a little house made of logs. Do you guys remember who this is? Good old Bulldog Jack. Oh my gosh, and we know who this dolly is. Charlotte and Laura. Ding! There's Pa and Ma and Carrie, their kitty cat. Do you guys know what this is? This is something that blows air into the fire. Looks like Ma's making something. Laura lived in a little house with her Pa, her Ma, her big sister Mary, and her baby sister Carrie, and their good old Bulldog Jack. Looks like they're playing with paper dolls. Have you ever played with a paper doll? Ding! Oh, there she is looking out her window. Spring was coming in the big woods. For days the sun shone and the weather was warm. All day the icicles fell one by one from the little house on into the snowbanks. Do you guys know what it feels like when it's melting? Everything's melting, but there's still so much snow, but the sun is heating everything up and making it so warm. Look at, you can see the snow, the icicles in the snowbanks. They go crack and they fall off. Ding! I wonder what she's looking for. Then one day, Laura saw a patch of ground showing through the snow. "May I go out to play, Ma?" she asked. "You may tomorrow," Ma promised. Do you guys see the patch of ground? That's so fun. Ding. Oh, look at, they got their little warm hats on so they stay cozy while they're sleeping. Ma's tucking them in. That night, Laura woke up shivering. Her nose was icy cold. Ma tucked another quilt around her. "Snuggle close to Mary," Ma said, "and you'll get warm." Sometimes it's nice to have a little partner in your bed. Look at the kitty cat. Ding! In the morning, Laura looked out the window, and the ground was covered with soft, thick snow. Pa came in, stamping the soft snow from his boots. "It's a sugar snow," he said. Oh boy, look at baby Carrie. They made their bed nice and neat for the day. You guys see Pa stamping his boots off? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Can you make a stomp sound? Look at his hat. That's a cool hat. Ding! Oh my. Looks like Laura wants to taste that sugar snow. Let's read and find out. Laura quickly tasted a snowflake from Pa's sleeve, but it didn't taste like sugar at all. "Why is it a sugar snow, Pa?" she asked. Pa said he would explain tonight after he came home from Grandpa's. Oh boy, look at that kitty licking her paws. Ding! It was late when Pa came home that night. He came in with a big bucket and 2 little packages. He gave the bucket to Ma and the little packages to Laura and Mary. I wonder what's inside that bucket. Do you guys know what's in that bucket? And I wonder what Mary and Laura got. Ding! The bucket was full of dark brown maple syrup. When Laura opened her little package, she found a little hard brown cake with beautifully crinkled edges. Laura bit off one little crinkle, and it was sweet. "It's maple sugar," said Pa. Looks like little Bulldog Jack wants to lick of that too. Ding! Supper was ready, and Laura and Mary laid their little maple sugar cakes by their plates while they ate the maple syrup on their bread. Oh boy, look at that kitty licking his little milk too. Have you ever had maple syrup on your own bread? I have not tried that. That would be interesting, but I have maple syrup on my pancakes. What about you? There's their cakes. They sure look like they're enjoying their food, don't they? Ding! Oh, Pa's holding them by the fire. And Jack's taking a snooze. Let's take a look at that. He's sleeping. He must have had a long day. After supper, Pa took them on his knees as he sat by the fire and told them about his day at Grandpa's and the sugar snow. And Ma's sewing by the fire. Ding! All winter, Pa said, Grandpa has been making wooden buckets for the maple syrup. When the first warm weather came, he took the buckets out to the woods and put each one by a maple tree, and then he drilled a small hole into the tree so that the sap could run out. Look at that. You guys are going to have to ask Mom and Dad to find you a maple tree so you can take a look at it this year. That's how we get maple syrup. There's Grandpa drilling a hole into the tree. All of the buckets. How many buckets do we spy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's cool. Ding! Oh, wow. Look at that huge fire. Look at Grandpa looks like he's putting maple syrup in the big kettle on top of the fire. After all the buckets were full, he boiled all the sap in a big iron kettle until it turned into maple syrup. Then he cooled some of that sweet syrup into cakes of hard brown maple sugar. Wow, that's so cool. Ding! Is that why it's called sugar snow? Because Grandpa made sugar? Asked Laura. No, said Pa. It's called sugar snow because a snow at this time of year helps the trees to make more sap for the syrup. Wow. Isn't that fascinating, guys? That's a great story. Look at that Pa telling the story of the sugar snow. Ding. Then it was time for bed. And by the time Laura and Mary had washed their sticky fingers and were snug in their beds, Pa and his fiddle were both singing them off to sleep. Ma's tucking her girls in and Pa's playing his fiddle. That's amazing. The end. Well, I sure liked that story and learning about the sugar snow. How about you? Tell me what your favorite part of the story is, or tell your mom and dad and tell them to write it in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the story and stay tuned for the next book. I think we're going to do either winter in the woods or deer in the woods next. So make sure you give the video a thumbs up and like and subscribe. Love you. Can't wait to see you again.